evening, fellow watchers. This is Penzipo, the Full of Pandas Emporium. Today is the day we give you the making of
Who's Who at Azusa's Zoo.
First of all, let's tell you about the discarded animals. Now, almost all scenes are from various spot gags in the Looney Tunes universe. First up is the zebra, who is letting his young drink from a drinking fountain. The scene was placed between the show horse and the elk, but due to showing animals existing in our zoo, an elephant, a giraffe, and a deer, we decided to discard it. Next we have the antelopes, which are placed between the moose and the spotted gazelle. But after the narrator speaks out his unnecessary line, the antelopes are already jumping on pogo sticks. We decided to discard it.
As we made our way into the interior, we spotted many interesting denizens of the jungle.
Next is the flamingo, placed between the ostrich and the penguin. It is shown to be covered by multiple flying birds as the camera pans to existing animals. Then we have the Dalmatian, between the doggy dog and French poodle. He is shown as a coach, teaching huskies, which were dogs already mentioned in the zoo, the Eskimo dogs.
All right, boys, we gotta win. Now you know what I expect of you. Get in there and fight.
Next up is the giant scorpion, between the marble, the weaver, and the cutie. This was discarded because they just ran around attacking Sylvester, and not much is spoken about them. Then we have esters, between the mussel and the wall crab. There was a sun cue in that scene that was made to be discarded. And then we have a vampire bat. He is placed between the porcupine and the kangaroo. But because of the baseball outfit he's wearing, even a wooden baseball bat, you can guess this is not a nature documentary anymore. Next we have the bison, placed between the cow and the mountain goat. As he is shown protesting about food in the chief, it is mainly focused on ring dancing Indians. The only known discarded animal to have existing footage is the swan, who is placed between the goose and the turkey. She was discarded for an unknown reason. Possibly there wasn't any sound effects to the splashing water.
The swan is known for gliding through the waters in search of fish.
Our next chapter is dedicated to some of the animal scenes. First of all, there are some endless scenes, such as the lion and the quail. Even though there is no puns or jokes shown, it helps maintain the balance of our zoo. This will later move on to more of the jokes. Next, there are repetitive animals that might appear twice, thrice, or more, that we needed to discard it. In each separate Looney Tunes episode, this is the lion and Azusa in the zoo, and this is the lion and a day at the zoo. But during the buzzard scene, we see 3 rabbits, the tunnels already existing in the zoo. I'm aware of the buzzard, which might be mispronounced as vulture, attacking them, so it might work well. Next, we use green screen for backgrounds that are not related to our zoo, such as the chihuahua scene, but some enclosures might be used as artificial props. Take a watchdog for example. The little farmhouse is actually the feeding house for the watchdog, and the gate where the postman fetches the mail to the dog is a fencing cage. Next, there are some parts cut in some scenes. In the cow scene, the part where a calf reacts to the crying cow was cut, because it would be fine if there was just only one cow than more.
What a performance!
Then there is the turtle, in which after he hides in his shell, the turtle telling that he is afraid of darkness was cut. This is because it sounds a little strange, but again, maintaining balance is important before moving on to more jokes.
Well, I'm afraid of the dark.
We also have scenes of stray animals or people, which means they do not belong in the zoo. This includes hunters like these men, or a cat the woodpecker pecked his tail at. Here are a few more edited scenes before we end the news. The tiger sharks entering Neo is now biting Bradley Baker to a bit too much cuteness, as this would belong to a kitten than a stray cat. First, here is the original Neo. And let's hear the revised Neo. And let's not forget one last example of an animal not belonging in the zoo. The Easter Bunny is mischievously hiding Easter eggs during this time at the zoo, before the fox begins to scare him. Yes, the bunny is no ordinary white rabbit. Well, that's all folks. I hope you enjoy your night and finding more errors on the Azusa Zoo documentary. Goodbye and good night.